Nagisa, I'll teach you English, not Keiichi. I have a study abroad experience. I'm good at English, so I can teach you English.
Well...
Shogo, Nagisa doesn't know what to say, so you should stop talking like that.
I appreciate your help.
Not at all. I did the right thing.
Keiichi was thanked so happily by Nagisa like that. I'm so jealous.
My name is Keiichi Sato, and I work in the marketing promotion department of Tokimeki Fashion. The company decided to start considering expanding overseas, so we decided to hire a new mid-career employee proficient in English.
Starting today, Miss Nagisa Shishido will be joining the promotion department. In our new project aimed at overseas expansion, we have great expectations for her as a key to our international interactions. Her mother is American, and she has spent a long time living in the United States, so I'm counting on her.
Nice to meet you all.
Aren't you getting used to Japan yet? If so, you can ask me anything.
Really?
Of course, I can teach you anything.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, nice to meet you.
It seems that my colleague, Shogo Hirano, has taken a liking to Nagisa and had started interacting with her. But...
Mr. Sato, I have a small request.
Yes, what is it?
Nagisa, I'll teach you English, not Keiichi. I have a study abroad experience. I'm good at English, so I can teach you English.
Well...
Shogo, Nagisa doesn't know what to say, so you should stop talking like that.
What?
It looks like you are overly interested in Nagisa, but personal feelings shouldn't be brought into work. Since Nagisa said she needed me, I'll be the one to listen to her.
I see.
So, what is it, Nagisa?
Oh, I couldn't quite understand the meaning written in the documents. And I heard that you are an expert.
Ah, that means this. To put it simply, it's like this.
I see. I understand now.
That's great.
Thank you for helping me.
Not at all. I did the right thing.
Keiichi was thanked so happily by Nagisa like that. I'm so jealous.
I noticed earlier that you seemed troubled, so I spoke up. I apologize if it was unnecessary.
No, not at all. I thought Mr. Hirano was a good person because he's so American and friendly. But lately he's been talking to me a lot about things unrelated to work. And even inviting me out for meals, which has been quite troublesome. So thank you for helping me.
Ah, so that's what it was. I've seen cases where personal relationships at work have caused issues before, so I don't want to go down that path myself. I thought Shogo's recent behavior was a bit excessive, so I just did what any colleague should do.
I see.
Nagisa, this is a workplace. In Japan, using polite language leaves a better impression on clients. So let's be mindful of our language from now on.
Yes, I understand. You're such a wonderful person.
A few weeks later. Nagisa, have you gotten used to living and working in Japan?
Yes, my colleagues are so kind. Japan is a wonderful place and I enjoy every day.
That's great. Actually, we're planning to hold a seasonal limited time fair again this year. And I'm thinking of promoting it by releasing coupons through the Japanese version of our app. This time, I'd like you to take charge of it. What do you think?
Seasons in Japan? It's a bit tricky.
In Japan, we have 4 seasons. And events or fairs are often held to match those seasons.
Seasonal events, I don't really understand them.
Nagisa, you've lived abroad for a long time, so you might not be very familiar with Japan's seasons, right? Just this weekend, the shopping district is having a summer festival. So if you'd like, why don't we check it out together?
Shogo, there you go again.
If I go check it with someone, I'd like to choose Mr. Sato.
Eh? Me?
If it's for work, you'll go with me, right? I'd like to see a Japanese festival too. It's for studying.
For studying, huh? Well, if that's okay with you.
Yes!
What?
I had plans to go around the summer festival with Nagisa. Why is she going with Keiichi?
That weekend. Nagisa, Is your first time in a yukata difficult to walk in?
I'm fine. I've always wanted to experience Japanese culture, so I'm happy.
I see. That's good.
There are so many people in yukatas, and a lot of women are wearing beautiful jewelry too. Do you think we could create a fair that matches a summer festival like this?
Yes. This is how. We sell items that fit seasonal events as part of a fair.
I see. Look, Mr. Sato. Octopus balls, chilled pineapples, fried chicken. Look, so many yummy stores.
You can get whatever you want. Let's enjoy it a lot, since it's your first summer festival.
What should I get? Oh, I would like to try goldfish scooping and shooting gallery. It's still a job, but it feels like we're dating.
Dating? I'm glad she seems to be having fun. I can't think this is like a date. This is a job. We are studying Japanese culture. And so, I enjoyed the Japanese Summer Festival with Nagisa. At the start of the week, we held a meeting to discuss future promotion methods.
I think Keiji relies too much on the Japanese version of the app. We should pay more attention to general retail stores.
I don't intend to neglect retail stores, but I'm sorry if that's how it appeared.
When you say we should pay more attention to general retail stores, what exactly do you suggest? When Nagisa was hired, I heard that the company was considering overseas expansion. So, I've actually had the sales department reach out to the overseas branches of retail stores. You're saying that you want to be in charge of the task, right? Yes, that's right. I have a studied abroad experience. I'll make sure to establish a strong connection with the overseas branches.
I see. That sounds like a good first step for overseas expansion.
Well then, let's have Shogo handle it. Thank you.
However, a few weeks later,
Shogo, we've received a complaint from the overseas branch of Doki Doki Retail. What's going on? Huh? A complaint? It seems that communication with the contact person isn't going well. I entrusted this to you because you said you had studied abroad. But how proficient is your English? It was a 1-month study abroad program, so I'd say my English is at a basic conversational level. That was only a short-term study abroad program. Were you able to handle negotiations involving specialized discussions with that level of English? I'm sorry, I don't think I could. I thought it would go more smoothly.
how about having Nagisa take over this matter?
What? Nagisa? But Nagisa doesn't have enough experience to handle such a large project yet.
Nagisa has been doing a great job with promotion in Japan, so she's not completely inexperienced. And if anything happens, I'll support her.
I see. In that case, I'll leave it to you, Nagisa. Shogo, are you okay with that? Yes. This wasn't supposed to happen.
After that, by stepping in with Nagisa, we managed to make adjustments so that the product could be handled by the overseas branch. A few months after Nagisa joined the company, we were finally set to discuss strategies for promoting our products overseas.
The main point of discussion this time is how we should approach selling overseas. Does anyone have any opinions? How about approaching retail stores that cater to overseas markets? The last time I was in charge, it didn't go perfectly. But I think the promotion itself went well thanks to Keiichi and Nagisa.
I think that method is good, but won't it be difficult to differentiate ourselves from other companies using it?
Differentiation?
If we use the same approach as other companies, we could end up only matching their results or even falling behind.
That might be true. Then what's your opinion?
I propose creating an English version of the sales app we use in Japan. I think Nagisa and I should take responsibility for overseeing the English version.
Didn't we talk about how you rely too much on the app? Besides, isn't it difficult for you to work in English?
No, that won't be a problem.
What?
Actually, I've been studying English on my own. My hobby is playing online games while chatting with overseas users.
Online game?
Yes, and all the chat interactions are in English. So I have conversational English skills.
The other day when I couldn't understand the Japanese, he explained it to me in English. It was really clear and good.
No way.
I was part of the team that worked on developing the Japanese version of the app, so I can leverage that experience as well. Using apps for promotional methods is one of my strengths. If Nagisa can help with the development, I'm confident there won't be any mistakes in the English. So, creating an English version shouldn't be too difficult.
I'll do my best to make use of my skills.
I see. If you insist that, I'll leave it on you and Nagisa then. I'll contact the system development department, so work together to advance the development.
Yes, thank you. Are you okay with that?
The Japanese version of the app has significantly increased its user base, so I think we can expect good results.
After the release of the overseas version of the app, the results were so quick.
Keiji, it seems the operation of the overseas version of the app is going very well.
Yes, we're receiving a significant amount of access from overseas users, and it's especially popular among younger demographics. This is all thanks to Nagisa, who knows a lot about overseas cultures, and put great effort into the app's design.
The company's products are attractive. That's why people want to buy them overseas as well.
I'm really glad I entrusted this to the two of you. It looks like things are going smoothly. There must be a good reason why it became so popular.
Yes, of course. Look at this.
Is this a newsletter?
I select recommended fashion items every month, and Nagisa creates a newsletter in English for me. By distributing it through the app, we're able to recommend products to our users. Since Nagisa lived in the US, she includes jokes and witty phrases that resonate with the locals, making it very popular.
Do you remember when Keiichi taught me about seasonal events? I thought that it would be useful, so I suggested it.
I see. That's a method we hadn't used in the Japanese version of the app.
The items Keiichi picks are always so popular they nearly sell out. You are really amazing, Keiichi.
In that case, feature the products I pick in the newsletter too. Well, I don't mind, but
Do you understand the trends of overseas fashion?
if Keiichi can do it, then I can do it.
All right. You can try, but it's quite challenging, you know?
Leave it to me.
But,
Why?
Keiji, the items picked by Shogo didn't become very popular. Could I have the responsibility of picking them back?
Yes, that's fine. Why don't my items sell well?
The combination of items you picked are all based on Japanese trends, so they don't match overseas demand. Keiichi, even items that don't sell well in Japan, he's been included in your picks if there's demand overseas. We've been receiving emails from users saying that the recent newsletters haven't been as interesting.
What?
If we continue to let the quality of the newsletter drop, it will lead to negative feedback from users. I've been using overseas fashion magazines and articles as references to quickly incorporate global trends, which I think is why it resonated with the audience.
Did you do that, Shogo? I didn't. So, your efforts weren't enough. As a promotion department, we need to make more of an effort to understand the market.
Yes. The responsibility for the newsletter was returned to me and Nagisa. After that, Shogo struggled to find his place in the promotion department, which had shifted its focus to overseas markets. And eventually, he was transferred to a different department. He now spends his days working on tasks within his capacity.
If I could have contributed more to the overseas market, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Meanwhile,
Keiichi, thank you so much for coming on the date today.
A date? It's just some meal after work.
I think you're really amazing for working so hard and being so dedicated to your job. But I want you to take care of me.
What? I don't want to mix personal feelings with work, but this? Thanks for watching!
Please subscribe.